Hi, welcome to Blacksmith Tongs. Today we're going to be talking about tongs and good ways to adjust them, how to make them fit different sizes than what they were made for. One of the problems people have with tongs is that they don't understand that they were made to fit certain size stock, not necessarily anything you hook them with. It's not really a magic one kind of tongs fits everything. I personally own 160 pair of tongs, and let me move the camera and take a look at some of them. These are some of the styles of tongs that I sell. These are my lightweight flat jaw tongs. These are my small Blacksmith tongs. They're made to hold from 1/4 to 3/8. Once you get past that, you can see the reins are starting to open up. Much more than that, and they're going to be very uncomfortable. These are my medium tongs. They hold from 1/4 all the way up to about 1/2 inch. Once you get past here, you're already seeing the reins start opening up. If you tried to hold 1/2 inch square with it, you could see it would hold it, but the reins are too far apart to be comfortable. If you only had to do one project with it, you could probably get by. But if you had a whole bunch to do, you could see that it wouldn't take very long before that would work on you. So what we're going to talk about is how you adjust them to make them fit the size stock that you're using without reforging them completely. We're going to start with the small tongs. As they're built, you can see that they're completely closed when they're closed, and they will hold 1/8 inch stock, but if you look at the jaw, you could see that there's a gap here, and so this will move. So in order to get it to fit comfortably to 1/8 inch stock, you need to keep from here to here at like a orange color. You don't want to get all the way to yellow or anything like that, because you'll shear the rivet off when you try to adjust them. But at an orange color, you'll have plenty of heat to move these where you need. So what we're going to do is throw these in the fire and then heat them up to that orange color and adjust them to fit this 1/8 inch stock. Okay, we've got a good orange color on here. We'll go ahead over to the vise, put the stock in the tongs, close the vise on the stock, and then just move the reins gently so they're parallel again. Okay, at this point they're now sized for 1/8 inch stock, and you can see the reins are parallel. They're not making your hands work real hard. One of the things you have to keep in mind is you've heated this up to that orange temperature. That metal, this is mild steel, so you could in theory quench it. It does make it a little brittle, so it's much better just to let these things air cool at least down to where you can touch them, and that at that point you can put them in the water and let them cool off. So as soon as these are cool, you'll be able to put them to working with it. You can see it fits very well, even up to 3/16. But we sized them for 1/8, so 1/8 is what they're made for at the moment. Okay, at this point the heat has already gotten to here, so you don't want to keep messing with them after you got them hot. Just let them cool off Now we're going to go ahead and resize these to fit 3/8 inch square. You could see if you only had to do one piece, they would be fine. If you're going to be working all day with 3/8 inch square, then you need to get these closer together where they're not making you squeeze them real hard. If you have to squeeze them real hard, you're putting a lot of pressure on the rivet. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to heat these up all the way back to about here so you can move the reins and the jaws. You'll do the same thing. You take this, put it in the vise, close the vise on the jaws to fit, and then move the reins. So we'll go ahead and heat that up. Okay, now we're going to just take the stock, put it in the jaws, close the vise on the stock, get a good fit there, and then move the reins parallel and together. You can see that the stock is held very secure. Now, when you make a major adjustment on this, you've loosened that rivet up a little bit. And one of the things you may need to do is tighten that back up. And all that takes is just you hit the center and then lightly go around the edge, and it's secure again. This tool has a dome in it, so it fits the head of the rivet. You can just do it on the anvil. It just smashes your rivet up a little bit. Doesn't affect the strength. Now, again, these are already, the heat is already back to here, so you don't want to keep messing around with them. Okay. The last thing we're going to do is the medium tongs, and we're going to adjust them to hold 1/2 inch square. You can see that 1/2 inch square is at the very limits of what you want to work with on these tongs. So we'll just get it where it has a good fit, and you'll be able to hold 1/2 inch square all day. The thing you have to keep in mind is that it's not going to fit your small sizes once you've done that. You've opened the jaws up and changed the whole range of sizes that it'll fit. Alright, we're going to heat them up and see what it does. Okay, we're heated up all the way back here to the jaws. Put the 1/2 inch stock in the jaws of the tongs. Open the vise up, close it on the stock, and then move the reins to the point where they're parallel again, and they'll now hold 1/2 inch stock without any work. And as long as the joint's still tight, you don't have to tighten it back up. These still are very tight, so they'll be okay. If you stress it too much, you will have to tighten that rivet back up. You have to remember that this is like a shear right here. You can actually cut that rivet in half if you make crazy amount of pressure on that rivet. I think that's what we're going to do for today. You guys have a great day.